Hey guys, shut in. This is episode 6 of Alan Wake. And if you recall, all we have to do is get down to that truck by the gate there. And then we'll be out of this stupid little train depot or warehouse or whatever it is. Oh, of course. We have to deal with this. Ah. Well, that didn't work. Okay, let's see if I can find a smarter way to do this. This is why I wanted to keep all my flashbangs. Oh, God. Almost. Yes. That was easier than I thought it would be. Oh. Crap, okay, I think that's a total of 3 deaths at this point. I'm not sure, I'll have to go back and review. Okay, bulldozers dealt with. Deal with these guys. Okay, this is going fairly well. Hey. I'm remarkably pleased with that. I was expecting that to be a lot more trouble. That's pretty cool. Let's go and collect all this stuff that I probably could have collected earlier. Oh, there's probably going to be a whole bunch of flares and flashbangs and whatnot. But it's always good to restock. Yep, lots and lots of flares. Revolver ammo, batteries, I'm all full on those. This is probably, yep, more flares. I think the game basically wants you to use flares against the bulldozer. But having that one flashbang tended to help a good bit. Oh. Or I suppose I could have just done this and just ran away from it. There's any number of ways to get through this thing. Okay. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay. Forgot to start my clock. I know these episodes have been running at kind of a really crazy variable set of times, but I do what I can to try to keep it manageable.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
Hard to tell
Today,
how far away
I
it
would meet
is.
the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Wondering why it stopped me here. I don't know if there's anything I can pick up nearby. But it is daytime, so we don't have to really worry about being attacked or anything. So let's just go for a leisurely cruise. I kind of get a deadly premonition vibe out of this.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Well, I thought there was something there, but I guess not. Maybe it's just a straight drive. If only we had a radio to listen to. What's down here? Probably nothing, but you never know. It is really weird that there's this whole kind of driving mechanic to this game. I think what they originally wanted to do... Oh, I see why. The road's out. Or the bridge is out. I guess that's why they want me to go this way. And I think... No, that's a piece of sunlight. Okay, I thought it was a manuscript page. Go off-road in this power company truck here. Kind of wonder if I'm even supposed to go up here. And you know, as long as I'm here. Let's see if there's anything inside this shack. Probably won't be, but no, there's a radio at least. Oof, climb up there. A radio and nothing else. Alright, good enough.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say... I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Yeah, and of course, in the last episode, we visited Pat Main only very briefly. Before Nightingale arrived and started shooting up the radio station. What is back here? This is shaping up to be a very slow-paced episode, I think. Since it's mostly during the day and there's nobody to talk to. Okay, that's the bridge. So now I have my bearings. You know, when you're not getting killed by possessed lumberjacks and cops, this is actually quite a beautiful area. Wouldn't mind retiring to someplace like this. One of these days. Whoa! That was weird. It's always fun in video games when the world geometry doesn't quite line up properly. If you're moving at any kind of speed, you just go flying when you hit that little bump. Looks like there's a little tower up ahead. And hey, you know what? I used to have a car like this. Okay, I'll drive that car out of here. Since, you know, somebody apparently just abandoned it here. What do we got? We got another radio. This looks like it might be a radio-heavy episode. But don't worry, I'll make sure to put all the skip buttons on it if you don't want to hear Pat Maine.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Poor Pat Maine. But I think down there, I think that might be the coal mine. Actually, since it is the only significant structure aside from this tower, it probably is the coal mine. Yeah, let's hop in this old familiar piece of junk. This isn't quite where we're supposed to be yet, but maybe there's something in here. Always stop by and peek inside these open doors, because you never know. It'd be kind of funny if there was another radio right inside here. Nope, just a manuscript.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
So I guess Mott is the name of the kidnapper. That's interesting. You know, something I just realized as we're running through this area that has pretty much no combat and no dialogue is that I'm probably going to be a lot more talkative. And I think that's probably because I don't talk over cutscenes or over NPC dialogue. And I think the reason for that is because I have it kind of ingrained into my head that it's rude to interrupt. You know, even if it's just a computer-controlled character that's doing all the talking. I always feel like I have to wait for a kind of lull in the dialogue in order to say something. So let's see. Yeah, let's go to visitor parking, why not?
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Yep, sure is. There's probably going to be a bunch of signs that we can read. coffee in a coal mine. It doesn't get much blacker than that, I don't think. Just the way I like it. Yep, every one of these signs is a collectible. So that's why I'm just clicking on them and then just running past again. Whoa, I just ran right past this thing.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
I'm still not entirely sure why he wants to capture us. Alright, 1970, volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake caused a lot of mining tunnels to collapse. Yep, that cauldron we were in at the beginning of the game hasn't been around since the 70s.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Well, this was a big waste of time.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
It certainly feels like this was a trap, doesn't it? Whoa.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Of course, now I think so more than ever. Well, maybe this'll work. Even though I've completed this game before, at this point I'm kind of playing blind. Because up until the police chase, I haven't played this in a long time. So it's like we're kind of going through it together for the first time. Yet more ancient coffee, cool. Let's see, I'm full on batteries, I have 11 flares. No flashbangs, 42 revolver shots, alright. Shotgun ammo. Do I have a shotgun? Yes. In fact, I'll just use that for now. Whoa. Oof. Alright, see if I missed something up here. Nope, but there's a page down there. This thing just move? I think it did, and I don't like the looks of this big heavy metal thing.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
I'm kind of suspicious of everything in here now. Like these things. And we're getting a box of unlimited ammo pretty early on. Alright, take the shotgun back out. And let's just try to make our way through this train yard. Oh, check this out. Hey. Oh, get down from there, you jerk. Ah. Whoa. Ugh. I'm still not entirely sure how to dodge those. I can never quite work out the timing. Oh. Maybe I just have to be far enough away. Ooh, flashbangs. I see you up there. Actually, shotgun's a waste on these guys. Little dudes in the tracksuits, they only take 2 revolver shots. Oh. Something's in there. I got an idea. That is a really cool lighting effect, by the way. Oh, there's more of you. Ow. Okay, so far, aside from being very poor at dodging those, I seem to be doing okay.
What the hell?
Oh, it's one of those big darkness tornado things. It's that hitchhiker from the beginning all over again. Alright, this looks like this area is going to be kind of problematic. Well, here we go.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
We gotta get way over there. Luckily, there's a car. Ooh, hey, stop that. My insurance doesn't cover weird darkness monsters. Whoa. These trees are kind of really getting in the way here. Obviously, if you do too much damage to the car, or if these guys hit it too much, it blows up, or, well, stops working, basically. Okay, now let's just go all the way back. But of course my spotlight died. So here's hoping I can do this quickly. And that nothing really crazy happens on the way. Oh man, everything's flying around. Run! Man, go, 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 go. Just keep going. Okay. Usually when I've played this before, I always try to kill all those guys, but turns out you don't have to. You can just run away until you get to a safe zone or a checkpoint or a spotlight. I hear a lot of footsteps, though. Oh, that would be it. It's amazing how not scary these things are when you have flashbangs. Though I think a flare would have worked just as well. A lot of explosive barrels in here, and a lot of heavy things. Check this out, if I can get these guys lined up right. It didn't work as well as I wanted it to. Well, that wasn't too bad. Trust no one in the dark. I still hear footsteps. Alright, shortly I'm going to start looking for a place to end this particular episode. Well, that's interesting. Let me guess. Okay, follow. What is it with this chair? This may lead to a cutscene. Or it may not. Okay, weird.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Gross. Okay. Really hoping the game gives me a checkpoint at some point. Just that would... Ooh. Haunted tree. Yeah, I'm hoping the game gives me a checkpoint, so it'll give me a good cut to end this episode. I suspect that once I get out of here, maybe it'll trigger a cutscene, and that'll be a good enough point.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
That much is true, but I'll take them anyway. And it looks like I can't drive this thing. Do I really want to run back here? In case there's an item. No, there's nothing. Alright, off we go. Okay, here's a checkpoint. So guys, I've been shut in. This has been Alan Wake. This video is running a little bit long, at least in terms of file size. This has been episode 5, I think? 6, something like that. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.